Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Aer Travel Kit, which is part of the new travel line that Aer released just last year. And so I've always been a big fan of Aer's travel accessories. The Aer Travel Pack 2 is still my go-to travel bag, and as I've mentioned several times on the channel, I absolutely love the original Aer Dopp Kit as well. And so I was very excited when I saw that Aer had released another version of their Dopp Kit. They still sell the original on their site. This seems to be just a different version that has some of the features that I thought were missing from the original. So lots of great stuff to go through here. I've been using this a ton over the past month. I really love the design and all the features that the Dopp Kit has to offer, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So let's just go ahead and dive in and take a closer look at the Aer Travel Kit. So starting out with the outside of the travel kit, I really like the overall look that Aer has chosen to go with here. The form factor is really slim, which I'm a huge fan of, especially for packing with one bag. So this is about as thick as it gets. I have it filled out with a lot of the toiletries that I typically travel with. Keeping along with a lot of their design aesthetic, they've gone with some really durable materials here. The bag is made out of a ballistic nylon, and it has the very same durable YKK zippers that we've seen on a lot of the bags of theirs that we've reviewed on the channel. The slimness of the bag reminds me a little bit of the Gravel Explorer Slim that we looked at recently, so really like that this is about as thick as it gets. It's not going to bulk up too much and take up extra space in your carry-on bag. The bag is offered in both black and in a heathered gray material, which looked really nice as well. I preferred to get the black version just because of the durability that I think that the ballistic nylon offers. So comparing this with the Aer Dopp Kit that I featured a lot on this channel, you can see that they have a similar design aesthetic. The travel kit is a little bit taller than the Dopp Kit, but the Dopp Kit tends to get a little bit wider. When you fill it up completely, it expands out a good amount. So I feel like on the whole, this is gonna fit a little bit better in a carry-on bag and just take up slightly less space, but they're both a little bit on the larger side, a little bit larger than the in-case accessory kit that I typically like to use for my Dopp Kit when I'm really going for minimal travel. So here you can see that the in-case accessory kit is a little bit smaller. It doesn't offer quite as many features, obviously, as the travel kit or the Dopp Kit. And so we've done an in-depth look for this in-case travel pouch in the past and the Aer Dopp Kit. So I'll make sure to link to the videos that we did for these in the description below. Comparing the Dopp Kit and the travel kit just a little bit more, they're both really fantastic travel accessories. I've used the Aer Dopp Kit a lot over the past year or so, and it's held up super well. As you can see, no signs of damage or discoloration or anything like that. So just really well made, even if it doesn't have the ballistic nylon. So if you wanted to go with the gray version of the travel kit, I'm confident that it would do very well. Although I prefer the travel kit a little bit just because of its slimmer form factor and some of the features that we're going to go through in a little bit, I'll still continue to use this regularly to organize a variety of different things. And I think it's great that Aer is still selling both of these versions on their site. So if one stands out to you a little bit more, you can get either one. On top of the travel kit, there's a really nice carrying handle. It has a really nice durable feeling seatbelt-like material, as we've seen with a lot of Aer's other bags. So really like the choice to go with this material here. It's a little bit on the thinner side, not quite as thick as something you would see on their bag, but that makes sense as this is such a light and small item. You really don't need a super rugged handle to carry it. But I do like that because the materials of the bag feel so rugged, this does feel like something I could carry outside of the bag, and everything that I have in here would be very well protected. And with the handle, it would be very comfortable to hold for short periods of time if I want to just walk around with this as opposed to a full bag. On the outside, you can see there's a good amount of organization. There's two external pockets. So here on the front is just a simple compartment that you can use to grab things that you want to get to quickly. So here I just have my contact case, and then I have a toothpaste. So not a lot of stuff in here. As you can see, it goes wider than my hand. So nice amount of space, very simple pocket, no internal organization in here. There is the toothbrush holder here where you could stand up a toothbrush or a razor, something that you don't want to lay down on the counter of the bathroom while you're traveling. I really love this feature. I haven't really seen this on any other bags besides Aer's other Dopp Kits, so really love that they chose to include that here. It's something I've used a lot as I've traveled with both accessories. And then here on the back, there is an additional quick access compartment with another well-protected zipper. Nice amount of space here. I don't have too much in here. This is just kind of my medicine area, so I have a variety of medicines and band-aids that I might want to get to quickly if I'm feeling sick during a trip. But plenty of space here. I could probably put a wallet in here or my phone if I wanted to just keep everything kind of organized while traveling. So another great simple pocket, similar in capacity to the one on the front. So it's nice that you can kind of space everything out throughout the travel kit. Moving into the inside of the bag, I really like that it opens up flat. So as you can see, it has a nice big zipper that goes all the way around. And so opening it up, you can lay the travel kit down, which is a really nice style. I love Dopp Kits that have been made this way, as you can easily see everything that's in the bag at once. This is also really good for hanging. So you can see everything and just reach in and grab. Currently my Dopp Kit got a little bit unorganized as I kind of just threw some things in here. but as you can see, I would be able to hang it up very easily and nothing would fall out. And so to that end, I was very excited to see that Aer chose to add a hook to be able to hang this up in the bathroom, which is something that I felt was missing from their original Dopp kit. So really durable feeling hook here, nice thick plastic. As you can see, you can lay this down flat and it's gonna work just as well. But if you do wanna hang it and keep it off the counter or just save a little bit of space, you can hang it up. The hook's a little bit on the smaller side, so it wouldn't be able to go around a really thick towel pole or anything like that. So I do wish it had the versatility offered by something like the strap system that we saw on the Gravel Explorer Slim or on the Dash Dopp kit from Bond. So those offer just a little bit more flexibility in that they could wrap around wider objects, but still a pretty nice clip here. Maybe you could pair it with a larger carabiner. And as I mentioned, you can tuck it away if you don't want to use it, so it stays out of the way, which is nice to see. On the flap of the compartment, there's another simple compartment to kind of organize smaller accessories. I like that it has that mesh material so that you can see what's on the inside. So just by looking at the compartment, you can see I just have a small container that I could use to carry a small amount of cologne with me on my trips. And then I also have a travel toothbrush that folds down small. And so plenty of leftover space in this compartment. As I mentioned earlier, I just don't have quite enough items to fill all the compartments up, but it's nice to see that if you have a little bit more stuff, you're gonna have plenty of areas to organize it. Continuing on to the main area of the bag, on the front, you can see that there's 2 elastic loops for holding longer items that you might want to keep in their place. So it's nice that you have quick access to things like your razor. If you had a toothbrush, you could probably put in here as well. I had my travel toothbrush up top, and then I also have a folding comb here, but this would be able to hold a normal long comb very comfortably. So I like that it has the 2 thick feeling elastic loops, and then it has a nice area here to cover anything that you don't want exposed directly to the environment. So that's why this area would probably work well for a toothbrush. And then moving on to kind of this main pouch area here, this is where you would store the majority of your larger items. So as you can see, I have my deodorant in here. And then on the inside, there are a variety of elastic bands on the back. So if you have those TSA approved bottles, they should be able to fit in here pretty comfortably. They extend out a good amount. So if the light allows, you can kind of see there that I have my contact solution, my shaving cream, and then something thicker like this talcum powder that I carry with me. This was able to fit into the bands. I didn't want to leave it in there for a long period of time as I don't want the bands to maybe get deformed. But if I was traveling and I needed to stay in place, this would fit in the bands pretty comfortably as well. So that's one of the larger items I have. Just continuing on with the items that I have in here, I have just a small container to hold some pomade. So here, now that the compartment is empty, you can see just kind of the simple space that it has here to store the larger items that you might want to carry with you. And then it has the 4 elastic bands on the back to keep everything in place. And so here, the last item that I'll remove is my travel shaving cream. And so love how this offers just the right amount of space to carry what I typically need on my trips. Not too much, not too little. This would be a great spot to maybe put my plastic bag that I kind of use to group all my toiletries when I'm going through TSA. If you don't want to use these elastic bands, they don't stick out. They can just kind of rest against the back, so you actually don't have to end up using them if you prefer to just have this space open. And then the last pocket here is just another organizational area for smaller items. I have it pretty empty, very simple, no internal organization in this one. It wouldn't be too thick either, so I wouldn't put anything too bulky in this compartment as it would take space from the main area, or it might make it hard to use these elastic bands. But for smaller items that you want to have separate from the rest of your bag, it's going to work well. So I just have nail clippers in here and then some tweezers, so plenty of space left over in there. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, most of the compartments are more on the emptier side. This has more than enough organizational space and options for the majority of what people are going to need to travel with. So definitely enjoyed using this. I'm excited to continue to use this on many trips, and I definitely recommend you guys check this out if you're looking for a really durable and versatile travel Dopp kit. And so to wrap up, I've absolutely loved testing out the Aer Travel Kit. I think they did a fantastic job of upgrading on their original Dopp kit, adding a lot of great new features, and I really like the new flatter design that they've included. You can purchase this on Aer's site for about $45, which is the same price that their original Dopp kit was, and it is in the same price range as many of the other great Dopp kits that we've featured on the channel. And so as we mentioned during the video, some of the Dopp kits that I would recommend checking out if you wanted to see some alternatives would be, first of all, the original Aer Dopp Kit. We did an in-depth look at that in the past, and it's one of the Dopp kits that I've used the most throughout my trips, so I still love that. Still gonna use that alternatively when I need just a little bit more space. I would also recommend taking a look at the Gravel Explorer Slim, which we looked at a little while back. That was also a very versatile Dopp kit. It has a really nice weatherproof ceiling. It's a little bit slimmer than this. It's not gonna hold quite as much, but it has a little bit more of a rugged, outdoorsy look if that's kind of what you're going for. And then even though it's not purely a Dopp Kit, one that I'll always mention is the in-case accessory pouch, which has been kind of my go-to whenever I'm minimally traveling and I really need to save as much space as possible on toiletries. So that one is about $30. You can purchase it on Amazon or an In-Case's site. But all in all, the Aer Travel Kit really checks off all the boxes on everything that I would want from a Dopp Kit. It has all the features that I thought were missing from the Dopp Kits that I've used in the past, and it has a really great look, and it's definitely gonna be my go-to Dopp Kit for my trips going forward. If you guys have any additional questions on any of the features of the Aer Travel Kit or how this compares with any of the other Dopp Kits that I mentioned throughout the videos, please let me know in the comments below, and I'd definitely love to hear from you guys what sort of Dopp Kits you like to travel with or how you like to organize your toiletries while you're on the go. If you guys found this video useful, please go ahead and give us a like below, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and thank you guys so much.